I don't plan it, but somehow the same tune is often on just as we start the show every day. Isn't that weird? Could be just a twist of fate. How's it going, everybody? It's 8 o'clock on the 22nd of August. Tonight is a Friday. I hope you're all ready for the weekend. Like I say, big things going on in the AI generation community. Like I said, we've got so many options. We're just spoiled for choice. Bit of a PSA later regarding hype services and credit card information. Don't do it. Be careful, guys. Be careful when you're handing over your information to brand new platforms that no one's ever heard of and are probably in China. There's nothing wrong with that. Just make sure that it's a trusted website and you're not getting scammed, because, you know, it's easy to get, the best video generator ever, guys. And with another VO3 beating video generator in the news, I just thought it would be nice to lead the show with that quick disclaimer. Okay, we don't, anyway, let's go. Apollonia Art, welcome to the show. Fernicar, Battlecruise, Operational Light, and subscribe. Now, where were we? Jacob Dahlstrom in with the I'll have a skirted oplick, please. Fernicar sup here, big broccoli emoji. Full Dive says, how are you doing today? I'm doing great. I hope you're all having a lovely evening. Fernicar says, weird is the cat woke up early. I know, it actually worked for a chance. I'm thinking about doing the 10-minute warm-up instead of the 5-minute warm-up. Basically, it just gives me the, yeah. Gordon's alive-ish, says Dragon Diffusion. Alright, guys. Welcome to the show. This is our little art club. It's like a little open door art club. We do this every day at 8 p.m. This is Scuffed Epoch. I'm Drift Johnson. Don't forget, if you're watching live or if you're watching later, you can hit the join link for the Discord and join us. So what have I been doing? I've been doing all kinds of stuff, guys, lately. All kinds of stuff, but I try to keep it, on track. It's actually kind of nice because I've been finding out lots of cool things and working with really cool people, which is a breath of... look, always worked with really cool people, but now it's like there's so many of them, which is kind of it's been a little overwhelming, I'll be real. But I try to keep it on the low. But essentially, I'm having a great time. So I hope you're all having a good summer. As I say, it looks like it's going to be hot right the way through September. So, new albums on the way out. Fernicar says, yeah, join the Discord and stop dooning. I will say, just a little sidebar on the new albums that are coming out. The music, which I'm making a music video for right now, and we're going to go through that first. Leading the show with the AMV. But how do I put this? We've got a bit of a process that we've cooked up here. And so what I want to do is I want to put together a little document explaining how we actually put it together. And if that replaces the Cyber Society curation phase, so be it. Because Cyber Society curation is like a long-term goal of mine. That's where we're actually going to publish a new art book. Oh my god, I need to turn it down. Even I know that was suddenly louder. Down you go. Do you know what? I think the music's been like creeping up. Rockin' Rockets, says Fernicar. Dragon, yeah, we rock. Well, I wouldn't like to get too boastful, but yeah, we are cooking. Zeus, welcome. So glad you could join. So let me take you through a few workflows, because you know me, I like to front load the show with some workflows and then we can upload them so you can have a little play around with them. Now, I did have to split the load a couple of times to make this practical. So what you're looking at here is actually the updated audio reactive workflow, which is previously Rhoda. You remember the Rhoda pack. Now, a lot has changed. You don't even call the model anymore. I'm sure it is being called, but he's clearly changed how he's doing things. So we're going with the vertical block today. Now, up front, this is quite, look, the most complicated part is this first part. But believe me, it's worth explaining. So this bit's custom, okay? If you could just direct your attention to the middle column, or the leftmost column on the screen, we have a seed. The reason I'm using the seed node is because it puts out floats and ints at the same time. So then we can do a bit of math and have it all parameterized. We have the load audio node, where we're going to be loading in our audio. See, I need to turn the music down because I'm screaming over the top of it as well. Hold up. Okay, that's a little bit better. So we have our audio. It has a start time and a duration. The duration is always 10. That's a float. The int gets sent into audio start time, which is A times B. So that means the number of seconds times the index. Because what I'm doing is every video is 10 seconds long. Okay? So every video is 10 seconds long. Maybe a little bit longer than 10 seconds at this point. So we've already done a bunch of other stuff. But at this point, everything in this folder is about just over 10 seconds. Alright? At 30 FPS. So we set the FPS to 30 somewhere. We didn't actually do that. We set the FPS to 30. Let me just show you. Button 5. We've got it on 0. That means the first video in the directory. And it's 10 seconds long. So it's going to be 0 times 10, which is 0. So we get the first 10 seconds of the song. Okay, so this is how we can do the whole song with a folder of videos. And we're going to be doing the same effect to them all over time. We've already done a bunch of effects and stuff. We'll get to that. We're going to go backwards. Do you know what? It's paint time. Every now and then a hero is chosen, and Microsoft chose a hero when it built this tool. Let me just see if I can. There we go. Make it bigger. Oh, you see, it's the best software. Okay, and we'll have the marker. Okay. Control. Yeah, we're in. Okay. So I need to explain some things. So basically what we want is we want our cool video, which is at the bottom here, right? We want our cool video, right? But our cool video was just a bunch of like 3-second clips. 3-second clips. So how do we go from 3-second clips to a 10-second with all post effects and all? It's not that hard when you think about it. It's just a little bit more than doubling. So what we do, we take the original video and we do a 3x interpolation. I think we use Rife. I can write, but I don't have a pen today. So that, you can't even read that. Rife 3x. Can we move it? Yes. Okay. So we did Rife 3x, alright? And then we rendered it at 60 FPS. So that pretty much gives us 10 seconds. Pretty much. No, okay. But then what I've done is I've said, okay, how about we do a chain? So I call that one post effects. So let's just, you know what, let's just type it, because post FX. Okay, and then over here is audio react. Probably make that like purple. There we go. And then in a higgledy-piggledy way, we get our video. And then because we have many of these, so whatever length it is you're making, I think I'm actually making 4 seconds. So I'm doing 6 to there and then 60 FPS. And this will be like a chain of effects as well. There's like many, there's not just like one thing. So that's what we're going to go through. We're starting at the end, which is the audio reactive workflow. Okay. And then we'll show the post effects workflow which includes this bit, which is the upscaling and the interpolation. We've already covered all of that stuff, but we'll show it again. Obviously, I did a bunch of glitch stuff in here, which requires the data moshing FFmpeg. We've covered it all. The links are in the workflows. So that's pretty much what we're doing. So yeah, as I say, what we do is we load the video and we load the audio. I've explained how the segmentation sync works. So that means every time you batch a video, it gives you the next 10 seconds. When you have this on increment, it's just going to do 10 seconds of song, 10 seconds of song, 10 seconds of song, but also the next video in the folder. You see, that's the whole point of what this is trying to do here. Okay, and like I say, it's a bit different than when I first did the workflow some time back. So it still uses the same configs as what I did. So I actually scrunched the video down to do the extraction because I figured that the full video is going to get edited for speed, but the actual, like, how it determines the key markers and stuff, I'm assuming it uses AI to figure out keyframes to do with RMS energy, and then it pushes them to automate the speed. Okay, so it doesn't matter if it's been shrunk or not. It's, you know what I mean? This process of extraction isn't going to really benefit from more pixels. It's just going to make it slower. You know, a thumbnail will still contain the same motion vectors, which is what it's trying to, not motion vectors. The audio. See, where's the video going? Hang on. Oh, yeah. So the images go in here. I'm talking about the audio, and I'm sort of getting confused. But the point I was trying to make was that using this setup, we end up with this video here. I'm playing music at the same time. It's not good. It matches up pretty nice. What's this? Damn, I was using Rife and Dane to increase frame rate on my homemade videos 2 or 3 years ago. Same here. I got some videos on one of my old YouTubes where all I did was like interpolation and upscaling tests. FlowFrame. The guys behind the GUI selling a small software called FlowFrame on Steam. Oh, it's on Steam now, is it? I think I've got an early version of that desktop app, but I think it was free. Oh well, good for him. So anyway, like I said, this is doing is matching that 10 seconds of audio to the editing by using speed. And then what I'm doing is I'm saving as trim to audio, because the audio is always shorter than the segment. So there's going to be like a little bit of nothing. But if you remember, I fade to black at the end. So it's just, see, it's just the black frames. There was like a little fade to black at the end, if you remember. If you watch, it does kind of start to do it. Oh no, it didn't actually. It didn't even start to do it. But it doesn't, I'm not bothered about it. It's fine. Probably means I could actually get like a bit more time out of it. Maybe I could do like 11 seconds. Hang on a minute. Now you got me thinking, guys. Let me see. 11 seconds then. So I've set it up so that it'll automatically fill everything out. So there's a few things that you trip up on, which is like the frame count, which you can take from the load node. And then obviously having it match up with the audio here. Let's see if it will work with this, because this is funny. Every time I get close to finishing, it turns out I could make it a little bit better. Let's find out. In fact, you know what? Let's just do a thing right here. Let's do a thing real quick. The radio is shutting off in 3, 2, 1. Speakers. This is going to be a bit hacky, but it's the best I can do. It's not even playing, Mesh. It's not even playing. Give me a sec. Lag. Where is it? rendered. Yeah, see, I was going to sort out the cuts, because I think that the cuts need some work, basically. They're just like cut. And also the audio seems to be out. Just those first few takes, and then the rest is fine. The rest is fine. It's bizarre. And then it does cut off the transition. But I wasn't too fussed about that, because the rewind is the transition. So again, it's not really that big of a deal. But anyway, like I was saying, it's mostly this bit just here. My God, why is the volume so different? Okay. That's definitely like a jump. It definitely jumps there. Which is kind of weird, because it doesn't do it after that point. So I'm a bit like, what? Ah, there, it actually got the fade out. It actually got the fade out. Do you know what, guys? I might just redo the whole thing. How many videos were there in here? Hold up. Let me check that this output is clean. So if we come back to here, run 5. It's like tweaking for perfection. What is it then? It says it's 10 seconds long. It should be 11 seconds long, so I wonder what happened. It means it's like I think that the video length is genuinely somewhere between 10 and 11 seconds. So by setting it to 10, it cut off a few frames, namely that crossfade to black at the very end there. But it shouldn't have affected the audio. And as a matter of fact, if there aren't enough frames and it cuts them off, it's on trim to audio. See, I think the danger is that if you run out of video, then the audio doesn't sync up. So you kind of have to intentionally cut off a little bit so that the audio syncs up. Because the remainders, they all add up. And like I said, if you say it's 10.4 seconds is what it is in frames. So you're going to end up with either silence after 10 seconds because you're segmenting the audio, or you're going to end up with like a bit of video. I think I've already got a version of that I can show you, but it's like you've got a little bit of video at the end that doesn't, and it's like laborious to go through and cut that off yourself, which is why there's this option, trim to audio here. Oh, my screen just disappeared. Are we back? What was that? That was, we're back. All right, that was weird. I don't know what happened. Oh, my screen disappeared. Okay, anyway, we're... crash. I think it's like, I think that 25 is probably the full song, because that's 250 seconds. It's quite a long time. It's probably more video, you know what I mean? This is the funny thing. I was saying this before as well. You're going to be struggling to make video. Oh, I need to make the video long. And I appreciate this is just a sequence, but you can plan a sequence of scenes. And what I'm saying is that you started off with a 3-second output. You ended up with a 10-second finished piece. You stack them up. It's not actually that many because it's only 60 seconds for a minute. So, like, we're stacking tens and, we're stacking in 10-second chunks. Yeah. So, you don't actually need that many to get to, like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 60. It's either 30 or 60, and people say, well, 30 and 60, that's quite a lot. But if you think that if you break everything down like that, then it's what, 4 videos for 12 seconds, something like that. If you just look at it like that, or even less, three chunks of 10 seconds for 30 seconds. So then it's like, you want to get a YouTube short. I mean, think about it. You've got to have like 2 chunks to introduce, or like a chunk to intro, a chunk to outro. There's not much left. That's already, you've only got like the middle to play with now. So if you want to do something different with your subject or scene, basically it's what I was saying is you're going to struggle to find how to make the video length up, and then you're going to suddenly be like, oh, so much of this can't make the cut. We've got too much. Because what I found is I had 50 videos, and 50 videos at 10 seconds each is 500 seconds. Well, that's nearly 10 minutes. But the thing is, most of my AMVs are like 3-4 minutes long. So, I went from not having enough visuals to go with the music to having too much. And now I'm like, oh, damn. Like, I've got enough to make another video, actually. If I pick another song, I could do another video with the cut, with the, with what's left. Or what has not been seen yet, whatever, however you want to say. Because, yeah, it turns out, 25 videos at 10 seconds each is nearly 5 minutes. It's like 4 minutes long. It's a good length for a song. So, anyway. Nice. Just gonna plow through these as well. I found it was really fast. I didn't have to worry about upscaling. The thing I was worried about on this final stage was putting high, because this is quite high. Let me see how big this video is. Let me just save it so you can get some details. Every time I mouse over it. Okay. It's 2160 by 1440. It's not bad. That's a respectable size. It looks super retro. It's got my cathode ray. It's got my cathode ray noise. It's got my VHS. It's got the VHS banding. We've done a bit of, I think we might have done some bloom. What else did we do? We did data moshing with FF glitch. We did, and then obviously the speed sync with the audio. And then it's all generated with WAN from images that were made with WAN, trained with a LoRa on images that we made with WAN. It's like a whole big meta project where everything is just, it's all just fed back into itself, like we do with every model. But the results just get better every time they bring out a new base. Oh, and the whole, we're doing glitch. So let me just show you the breakdown of this. Like, so from the beginning, it'll fade to black at the end, or not. So you can see the cathode ray in the noise. You can see the VHS effect in the flicker and things like that. You've got the reverse trails. The data moshing effect as well. The reverse trails is the most fun part for me because it's like a cheeky way of looping video when it doesn't loop. Done a bit of screen curvature and some scan lines on that one. There's like a random effect applied to each clip as well, just to sort of keep it interesting. But it's on a 1, 2, 3, 4 pattern, just like how I've been teaching. The only annoying thing is I did it at a weird ratio. I should have done this all at 16:9. So there's going to be black bars at the sides of the screen, to get the picture in. But that's okay. It's either that or you blow it up a bit, which, it's already got so many effects on it. I think it's going to look bad enough anyway. But yeah, I really like what it's done. all the interpolation and everything else that's been done to it. It's basically like murder, really, but I do like the effect. Wait, is that the same video? Oh, of course it is. Of course it's the same video. We haven't got the next one yet. Noise. Loads of noise. What is that workflow actually doing? I'm not getting it. So you won't get it because it's a video in, audio in, video in, audio in, right? So we get a 10 seconds of video, 10 seconds, so 10 seconds of video, 10 seconds of audio. And then every time it goes to the next video in the folder, it gets the next 10 seconds of the same track for you. So then when you put them all together, you've got an AMV. Oh, and then obviously it's extracting music features like amplitude, or I use RMS energy. And then it's using that to speed up and slow down with the beat. So it's hard to notice, but things happen on the cuts. I mean, things happen on the beats. So it's like, you know how you want things to happen on the beat? It basically just does that. There's not really much happening, though, for the middle part. But the early bits, you know, the early glitches at the beginning, that's all on the beat. I still think a human might do a better job, but it's sort of like, as long as the structure, well, like I say, this is why I'm going through it again, because I feel like it's missing something. Because the first time I put it together, I had to go through and do all the cuts myself, which is suboptimal. If I take a little show here, so we've got our final clip. If I take this, take that clip, if I draw it out, see that? That's because I didn't have save, you know, cut to the end of the song or whatever on the save video node. And then if you listen, it's fine somehow. It actually was fine, but the first couple of them were weird, like here. Bad cuts. I don't know, it might not be a bad cut, it might just be that the song is bad. Lol. Whichever it is, I'm just doing it again real quick with the actual thing applied, and I'll chuck them all in and see what happens. That's the plan. Because there was a mistake made. Somehow it finished. Well, I think one of the videos finished early or something. I don't know. But I hope that helps you there, Dragon. All it is a way to put a bunch of video clips which are all the same length, and then have them put the music behind it. But then we're also going to be doing some like automatic editing for speed. It's I put it on speed factor. That's what I use. It's very fast. It didn't have to make it small, so you can totally do it at the very end. You know, once you've done upscaling, you can do it at that point. See, it goes with the guitar. Oh, and by the way, guys, this is the Japanese biwa I was on about. It could have gone a bit more sharp and flat. For some reason, there's like no timbre. But I was happy with it, because it's trying to do cowbells. But yeah, like I say. Oh. Nice. Nice. Yeah, see what I mean? That audio reactive feature is very good. And it's like, people are like, oh, do you want to hide the flicker? I'm like, nah, the flicker's going to look great once we sync it with some funk. And it won't even matter. It's just a bunch of like oily colors, really. I love it. It's like, what is it? Space, cosmic, what is it? Plastic? I don't know. It probably looks better on the stream than it actually does look, but... Oh, wow. Yeah, the flicker's for free. I like it. Keep the flicker. It's a bit like the whole multi-fingers thing. Do you know what I mean? Oh, nice. We're getting another one. Look, it's like almost instant. I'm just going to leave it on there. There it is. I'm just going to take a seat. Nah. We'll go Dutch. Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. Let me get it in there. There we go. Get another one. My account's playing up again, says Dragon. And he says, I prefer sheep bells. Everyone's entitled to their preference. Do you know what? I'm going to take myself out of this equation real quick. But don't worry, I didn't go anywhere. There's going to be another one that's just constantly... I don't know, guys. This feels like a huge leap forward to me. I appreciate it could be like sharper and all this. But I made it all on the local. None of this came from a cloud, yeah? Oh. OBS can't handle the power. We're back. We got dumped off of the internet a second there. Yeah, these have come out super nice. All the flicker looks great. It just looks like the sun. It just looks like the light moving around. For whatever reason. I think that reverse trails thing is sort of like evoking of Canny in a way. So it's kind of like a little hat nod to like how the images are actually made, which I think is kind of cool to build that in. And then like the glitching and the pixelation all the time, that's also kind of like part and parcel. I'm thinking we might do like a special effect on the cuts. So at the end of each clip, we'll still do that. It's like a data moshing effect, but it's got a similar look to diffusion. So that's what I'm thinking. It's like when people ask you, like, what's the narrative? Well, this is all Jovian. This is all Jovian. There's already a whole book about it. So this is Jovian. That's where Thora lives. Is it canon? Don't know. Maybe. I guess. The style is right. Airship world, innit? So, you know, everything's all floating and cool. Look at that audio reactive edit, guys. Do you like the biwas? That's a Japanese lute. Look at that glitch. It perfectly went with the whoomp whoomp. I love it. Bong bong. Because the thing is, yeah, the beginning of the video is always a bit sketchy anyway. Often you'll get like weird discoloration and flickering at the beginning. So I was like, I'll chop the first 35 frames with special effects. And then I'll do something fancy at the end, you know, like reverse special effect to like the last 20 frames, something like that. That's what we did, pretty much. I forget the exact number. And then hit it with the audio reactive glitch. It's just speed. It's all it is speed. It's speed with the RMS audio. Thank you, Ryan, on the inside. There he is. We're building this crazy world, you know? It's even got the toxic gas. And the planets should have been erased with Photoshop, but this is like the first test run, you know? I love it. It's doing exactly what it said on the tin, which is what you want to see. You know, you want a tool to do the thing. It's doing the thing. So yeah, I'd probably airbrush out the planetoids because they're a bit like, they give you a false idea of the scale we're looking at. But everything else looks fine. It's supposed to be a storm. It's just put a bunch of planets in there because the LoRa has a bias to creating planets whenever it sees a sphere. See what I mean? Oh, the abstract chaos, right. The abstract chaos is the composition, so it's divided down the center. Often you get planets with structures underneath. You have this sort of cosmic and netherworld kind of feel. Very Valhalla. But then sort of put through this multicolored lens. It was very easy to train. It's an old model. We've just blended two models. And then we used E&H I2V enhancer. I think we used Sonnet 4 for these. Cool. Next one took. Oh, this is the last one. Right. So he's not happy now. What? Last one. All right. So if I get that out of the way for a second. And then go to the new, wherever the hell that was, there. That's these. So, okay. So it looks like we got three. Got three, yeah. Grab all the audio files. Copy them. Batch. Open that up. I just don't want to be picking up the videos automatically in a, you know, with a queue. So obviously I'm using automated batch, so. But then again, hang on a minute, let's just copy them in here first and have a look at them. So yeah. Adobe! Okay. Just want to look at the edges. Look, see? Straight away, why is clip 2 shorter? Do you know what it makes me think? We've got a clip. Oh, I know what it is. There's a clip. See, this is, it's tried to give it 10 seconds of video, but it couldn't because there is a clip in there that is only, that's short. Right, I think we've found out what the problem is. I was like, why? This is weird. Okay, so it screws up the sync for the whole song. Typical. Oh well, I like to say, this is why I do things live. Because, you know, you can have all the sync, you can, you know, one of the videos in the batch is shorter than 10 seconds. And so that means that clip number 2, unfortunately, I believe, let's go and find out. So we'll go to the source folder and confirm it. Oi. Windows, do the thing. He's actually unironically frozen. Okay, right, cool. We're there. So clip number 2. Wait a minute. Yeah, that's correct. It's been moshed. So mosh 1, 10 seconds. Mosh 2, 6 seconds. Mosh 3, 10 seconds. Shucks. So the problem is one of them is too short. So yeah, we broke it, but we know what the fix is. The fix is actually kind of funny. I'm going to delete this, and then I'm going to take the last video in the thing and rename it to, you know, 002 to replace it like that. And then we'll have this video instead, which, is it the same? I think it's the same video. No, it's not. Wait, yeah, I think it might be. Because they did repeat. They did actually. Look, see, that's video 1, that's video 2. Hang on, did I just pick another 6-second video? No, that would have been good, wouldn't it? Because it went all the way round and then you got another lemon in the mix. Obviously, the best way to figure this out usually is to put like a duration, but it doesn't always work. It's a bit of an... This is one of the things I hate about Windows. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, we're at that stage of the show already. So yeah, here we go, length. And I've deleted the only one that was less than 10 seconds. So that should solve it. If I refresh, we should now get at the top. So then I should be able to say that, and then I should be able to just make that one. Okay. And this is one of the reasons why I automated it, because I didn't want to have to be going, oh, which one is which? It's determined by the order in the folder. Do you know what I mean? So then, if I need to remake video 5, I can just put 5 here. Well, it's actually not 5. It's actually, because it starts at 0. So annoyingly, 5 would be 4. But that's just an array list thing. So then this video that we're making here should be a direct replacement for the one that we're missing. But it'll be the correct length, and it'll fix the sync. Let's find out if I'm right. This isn't like pre-staged or anything. We're literally just breaking things and fixing them live. So. Much better. Okay, if that doesn't fix it, I'll have to redo the whole thing. So let's see. Open him up. Get the folder where the outputs are at. Where's the outputs are? That's the input. That's also the input. I've opened it twice. No, wait. TI Mosh VHS. Maybe. Is that the one? Yep, that's the one we just made. Okay. Put it there. Oh boy, why is it so long? Wait a minute. Hold up. That's not the right one. I must have another folder somewhere. Here. There we go. We got there in the end. Right. And I need the clip with audio. It's not giving me the audio. Same. I love Adobe. There we go. We got it in 2, guys. Okay. Now, what's going to happen is just slide that forward, put that over the top like that, and new start point. How's it sound? Well, there's a bit of a jump there. Still feels like there's a jump there. Ooh, there is. We got a rogue frame at the end there. I wonder if there's any more like that. Nothing. Where's the thing? Aha! I smell empty frames. Goddamn AI. I knew it was a scam. See, proof. There's empty frames. No, you can't blame that on AI. It's just a script. It's just a script. It's 2 frames out. But the thing is, those 2 frames matter. Those 2 frames matter. Because it's enough for a human to go, don't you think that everybody give yourself a round of applause for being able to hear the 2 frames of no audio in a 30 FPS video? It may have even only had no audio for 1 frame. That's like 1/30th of a second, and everyone's like, what's that? What was that? Something went wrong. That's crazy. 0.03 of a second or something like that. That's crazy. You can definitely hear it. It's like virtually nothing. Basically the music barely stopped, you know. Because look, if I put it to there and listen, you can hear it. Even if I didn't show you, like if I went away from it, so you can't see when it goes wrong. Oh, it's still going to skip, isn't it? It's still going to skip. I broke it. But yeah, my point was human hearing is incredible. And this is why I think that the sound design is actually more important. Have you ever seen those videos of people dancing and they put like squeaky shoes? I've always wanted to do that. I've always wanted to do that as like a bit. I just think it's great. You get a video of dancing and then you put like really squeaky shoes audio to match up. So good. But you have to make it crisp. You know what I mean? It's got to look good and it's got to sound good too. And so I think that as we're starting to think more about video generation with audio, I did a bit of research a month or two ago with 2.1, where what we did was we used the real audio with the canny video input. So we kept the audio and we preserved the frame rate sync so that it all sounded nice, and it made a huge difference. You know, the AI video looked much more convincing because it actually had real audio attached to it. And I think this is going to be like a big trick that's going to separate people making content, you know, because they'll use real audio. YouTube's even baited the pathway in a way, because they've already said like, oh, if you're going to use AI audio, you're not allowed, you aren't monetizing that. So voice actors suddenly need work. You know, there you go. You can use AI to make the content and do the voices. It's basically what you're already doing. It's a very interesting time. Because like I said, I'm just making this sort of cute, abstract music video right here. But, you know, that could be anything. Because really, we targeted a specific style, split it in two, into composition model and a sort of a more defined style model, like futuristic, artistic type thing. And then we've used the two, so you can see the composition of the one model giving us these very strong horizons with these skies. And I trained a lot of examples of the clouds and the buildings and the colors, and it just learned it all. Flawlessly. And I was just like, wow, there it is. So, you know, I mean, you might have an interest in a different particular type of feature, and then you train that and get it to generate that and do exactly what we're looking at right now. Luckily, the rest of it takes very little time to explain. I wanted to show the process in full, and so we start at the end. But I think the rest of it isn't going to take long, to be honest. Because we've already covered it on previous shows, and they're just rehashes of workflows we've already made. This one actually had been completely updated. The old workflow doesn't work, in fact. I just found that out today. Because the nodes in the node pack either don't exist or have been changed to the point where, you know, just clicking fix node isn't good enough, because they're like referencing things that they've been replaced, and he's chopped and changed a lot of stuff, and I'm sure it's for good reason. So just means you've got to rebuild the workflows. So yeah, we'll be coming to the end of this. I don't think there's many more than 25, is there? Just be like, oh man, you got to actually, yeah. Ah, there we go, and we're done. And let's see, did I finish somewhere? Yeah. Oh, it's not actually 9 minutes. I'm starting way into the timeline. I start at like nearly 5 minutes. So save that. Let's hear that. It does feel like but that might be the music though. Feels like it's repeating that. Or that it's missing something. Where's the original? Oi! Yes. Oh, it did repeat. Ah, okay, I stand corrected. I actually was being funky with the intro and repeating the beats somehow. I thought there's no way that fits. Hang on, let me zoom in. What's it doing? There's no way that's as far as it goes. Well, I mean, okay, I'm being a perfectionist, aren't I? Alright, let's get the rest of it done. Let's minimize this and let's explain what happened before that. Because, you know, there's only so long I can drag it out, right? So, as I explained, this is doing the speed sync with the audio. That's it. That's all this one does. I've called it WAN Post Effects Audio Reactive V20. The idea is to sync your music to many video clips. That's it. I hope that you've already done a bunch of cool stuff with them. In fact, let's just make a V30 just in case because I think I may have broken something or something. I don't know. Let's just make it clean. Oopsie. Yes. And we'll have... What? Edit group? Where'd that come from? I was not used to that being there. I just completely clicked by autopilot. Okay. Let's give it a name. Oi. I said oi. He did it before. I think I might need a new computer. Alright, so yeah, we got that one. So first of all, DJZ nodes. We need the workflows. We need to go down to WAN, big WAN. And let's see, 14B. And it's going in there. Because I know it doesn't actually use WAN, but I built it for use with WAN outputs. So I'm like, it's good. Bring your own music, bring your own video. All in one folder and batch it out. So that's what that one does. So let's take a look now at the previous version. So, wait a minute, where is it? Is it this one? No. Is it this one? No. Is it this one? No. Is it this one? Oh, I've been scammed. Alright. We came prepared for this. So, that's audio. That's not. That's what was used. Yeah, there we go. And then we have the workflow. So it's a two-stage workflow. The main reason is because... Oh, wait. Huh. Hang on a minute. Where's the... It's a two-stage workflow, but this is the all-in-one that crashes because of the memory situation. Hang on. Give us a sec. Abstract, Chaos, Marsh 03, Marsh 12. There we go. See, I've got even more of them to do. So, but the thing is, I was like, you get into like an artistic hole where you're just working on the same thing, and then you go, well, hang on a minute. This could be just as easily anything else. So I had to kind of pull it away and just be like, focus on, right, we're going to make the AMV and we're done. Because the thing is, it's like, I probably made too much video. And this is what I was talking to you about at the beginning of the show. You know? Just suddenly having too much video, right? We went from like having not enough to put anything together to suddenly like, oh no, I've actually got to cut stuff now. Yeah? So anyway, I mean, obviously, if you're trying to do more than a 4-minute music video, you probably need to work a bit harder. But, you know, I ended up with about 9 minutes from this process, which could have been way more complicated. But yeah, as we're working backwards, all right, the special effects rack is here. So what do we have? We have variations of batch thief to data mosh, insert thief to data mosh, swap thief cathode ray, swap thief pixel sort v7, swap thief data mosh, Okay, and all of that happens in the first 73 frames of each video. And then I have 4 racks, and the way the system works is it loads a video. You know, you batch 10, it goes and loads the 10 in sequence. You got it an increment. So it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever, how many. But then it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And it's going to do it like that, distributed. So that means every 4 clips will get every 4 preset or predefined effects racks. And like I said, they're quite varied. Like this one's got lens leaks, this one's got video trails, this one's got halation bloom, but only for like 15 frames, you see? So it's like a very short effect in a very specific place, and I could even have moved the numbers around and stuff, but I wanted it to be kind of rhythmic. So rhythmic variations are over a bar, basically, is what I was trying to go for. I can't claim that it's in sync with the beat because I didn't take into the beats per minute, you know, regarding the length of the video. That would have been like another layer of complexity that I just didn't do at this point. But essentially, I have my videos from the previous step. They come in here. I set the number of effects. I could have more than four effects. If you had 8 effects, you just do that. Say you want to do it in batches of 10 and you've got 10 different presets, you could do it like that. I worked with 4s because it tends to fit to the bars. But, you know, it depends what music you're working with. But obviously you can put whatever effects you want in there. Obviously I've used data mosh because it seems to fit the aesthetic. At the end we've got clean VRAM, clear cache, and it's going to save the video. Well, now I'm thinking though that maybe we want to make sure it actually saves the video, but also we can do the clear cache. Because I think it has an issue, or had an issue, where sometimes something would go wrong with the clear cache, some kind of error, and then it wouldn't actually save the video, and it would stop, or otherwise fail. So I'm going to try and make that still work, but be redundant. Because you don't really need to clear the cache, but it is a lot of work. That some of this can be quite compute intensive. So anyway, so that's the stage 1, or the stage 2 even. The stage 1 goes above that. Saving to the same project, that's what those connections are. Otherwise it's not really related. So if I say save this as QWEN effects distributor for rack, yeah, I guess it's like stage 2 as well. It's kind of maybe I'll put it under post effects again and just take the distributor out. Just say post FX for rack V30, and I probably want to say stage 2. Yeah, because then the other one will be stage 1. See, the groups thing is gone. There must be a group on that other workflow. So then we get another workflow for everyone. So that's 4. Should have done it all at once. I got one more, at least one more. So one vase. There we go. Chuck them all in again. Back to back. Right. And then stage 1. Because I did put it all in one in the end. So I got the film grain and the VHS and the initial loading of the original video with batch thief, video trails, reverse frame sequence, and the faderama. Whichever one it is that you end up choosing. I just choose fade to black, but there's a whole bunch of them. So it's like, you know, there's more scope to make it even more, have even more variation. Do you know what I mean? But right, I think I better stand up. I've been sitting down for too long. And do you know what time it is? Coffee time. I was gone. Before you couldn't even say Drift Johnson, I was already gone. I was already gone. Not enough coffee in the world. Dragon Diffusion says, I've made Bikini Babes with water pistols versus aliens from Alien Earth. I wonder how many I can actually post. Well, if they're just Bikini Babes aren't against the terms of service, guys. You know, it's just everyone wants to push the boundaries. You can just make tasteful stuff. It's not against the rules. It's just everyone wants to, like, push it. And it's, like, played out. It's super played out now. Oh. It'll always work, though. What is it they say? There's a new one born every minute? I think it's actually more than that now. It might be there's a new one born every second. So, there we go. They say a fool and his money are easily parted. Well, there's all these different things, you know. They're probably all right. I don't know. Right. So then, that was quite a short coffee time. The machine just worked, guys. Just worked. We're back. So, what are we doing? Oh, yeah, we're making AMVs. So, like I say, I've traced it back. So, this would be the stage 1 version. So, let's give this one a quick rename. Call it the stage 1. Okay, copy that. And then, oh. Call it the stage 1 and save it. Hopefully I didn't mess something up there. That's not supposed to be off. Export and workflow image. It's a nice beefy workflow. Yeah. Like that. Oi! I'm getting overridden. Co-pilots trying to take over my life. Check it out. Do you want to try? Oh, should we try voice?
Hey William, it's so nice to have you here with voice for the first time.
Stop.
Think of me as your chat buddy.
Stop.
Whether it's bouncing around ideas, asking burning questions, or even trying out a new language.
I can't even talk to him. He's not listening to me at all.
Any time to suit you.
Great.
Ready to dive in?
Can you hear me?
Loud and clear, William.
Stop dead naming me.
Got it. I'll make sure not to use your name.
I can't right now. I've had enough. So yeah, anyway. He's using my he's breaking whatchamacallit. Anyway. What the hell? I know, right? It just took over. It just appeared on the screen like, "Hi, I'm co-pilot. Do you wanna get doxed?" He was about to give out my whole name and address. I was like, okay, calm down. Yeah, I'm Drift Johnson, you see. You can't use my legal name. That's like fiction that the government owns, right? So let me see. Windows 11 is a curse. I don't even know. I think I must have like misclicked. I think they've... Yeah, they pinned Copilot back into the... There we go, it's gone. See, it'd be quite kind of nice to talk to, though. I might have to give that one a try later. Maybe we'll tune him. So I think all of this invasive AI stuff can be tuned. It's kind of like you got to put a harness on the bucking... A harness on the bucking Bronco. Make it do some work, yeah? So there's all this weird stuff, you know. Can you imagine, though? There's like, there's just this thing on the machine. It's just there. It's just built in. It's going to get more like that as well. So you can see which technology's matured and which needs to be updated 3 times from the command line. So you can see the difference, right? I hope everyone can see the difference. I know like the mainstream stuff is kind of suck, but damn, did they figure out that whole getting it working on your machine? I don't even remember installing it. It's just there. Okay? That's pretty good user experience. It's just on my machine. One day it was just there. You know, no having to go to Python, no having to do virtual machines and CUDA, none of that. It just showed up one day. Very intrusive, as you say, Jacob. Very intrusive, but it's a kind of interesting phenomenon anyway. So like I say, this is the other side of the coin. So have we put them all in there? I don't think I have. I got distracted by the Rick-rolling. The Windows Rick-rolling, like opening things when I want to drag them and stuff like that. So what's this? 4-act stage 2, 4-act stage 1, audio reactive. Yep, good. JSONs and PNGs. Putting a harness on a bucking bronco. DJZ about AI 2025. Yeah, you can clip that. It pretty much is though, guys. All of these AIs, they just need a harness and a bit. Give them a bit to chew on, and they'll actually go far. But when they're just running about the paddock, it's not really doing anything. Okay, enough broken analogies. So this was my original workflow. It does not work anymore. Oh, sad times. But it was easy to update. I just needed to replace the separator with the new node. So as I say, that is done. Now, what else is there? Now, obviously, how did we even make the video in the first place? The video in the first place. Let's trace it back one more time. No, not there. Not there. Oh, that was me. I clicked on something. Okay, and let's go back to the comfy UI. There it is. Right. So that is the actual workflow that I used. So the key's already been disabled. Do you know, OpenRouter are really good. If I upload a workflow somewhere, public, like GitHub, they instantly disengage my key. You know what I mean? They don't even wait for someone to use it. They're like, nope. So they got AI scanning all of the uploads for potential keys. I mean, they all start with like SK or something like this at the beginning. So Zeus says they've put a face recognition and screen auto blur by default on your work laptop. I can tell you that little plastic flap over the webcam will be worn out in 6 months. Yeah, true. You can always just disable the webcam drivers, so they just don't work. Delete them. Delete the webcam drivers. I mean, you won't be able to use the webcam, but nor will anyone else. You might even see a speed boost on. I was wondering about this the other day, right? You know where the internet slows down? Is it just someone's trying to stream your webcam? Could be. Let's hope not. But anyway, like I said, this was pretty simple. So we did a bunch of abstract and chaos style stuff. Okay. Do you know what? Because this was so easy to make, what other LoRa's do we actually have? Because instead of doing, abstract style is cool. I wonder if I use, hang on a sec, guys. I'm having some ideas here. So if I used Cyber Society, which one should I use? I could use Cyber Society style. Cyber Society style? So that would be Abstract Society. This would be like a whole different style. Oh boy. Because it's like, I'll be real, this is like Infinity. It's like Infinity. There's no edge. I think someone was figuring this out the other day. They were saying that There are new music genres now being discovered as a result of AI because no one ever thought to combine those. I mean, when you think about it, if it takes your life's work to learn jazz and blues, you probably didn't get round to infusing it with, I don't know, whatever else the combination is. And the one thing this AI is really good at, you can debate superintelligence and all this until the cows come home, but it is definitely good at cross-referencing. And it can definitely look up stuff on the internet quicker than you can. What was it? 300 websites in 3 minutes? I think it did it for me the other day. Oh, what's this? We got some stuff. Fernicar. So far there's no tech capable of finding if a space goes through a recording device's lens. Okay. And then Dragon says, I've got no webcams. You talk to Dragon Image, or you Zoom. Zoom? Oh, right, okay, so you don't, yeah, I get it. There's no video feed. Yeah. Zeus says, you have no idea how overzealous. I don't think I can get close to driver property window on on a work laptop, they don't let you do that. Yeah, true. Well, Scotch tape then, innit? Bit of duct tape. That'll do. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to add our 2 triggers for our 2 LoRa's. I want to make sure that we've got the LoRa's set on both of them now. So Cyber Society, SOE. Okay, it's not that then. S0C. Style C. There it is. And then what am I running? I'm running abstract style. Okay, so I'm going to do society with abstract. So I reckon we should put Thora in there. We should try and put Thora in there somehow. Do I have Thora WAN prompts? Because this could be quite interesting. I think I do. I've got, yeah, there it is. I think that might be it. I'm not sure. I think that is it. So then I guess we should probably add that as well. So how... Ooh, the balance is going to be tough. Wait a minute. I don't need to add this one. Hang on. I'm being an idiot. I just need Thora WAN. It's already got, yeah, because the Cyber Society inference is already in abstract, so THO, which means it's going to be abstract Thora. This is going to come out strange. Abstract Thora style, okay, cool. I'm going to need a new API key. And it's Thora abstract. So I wonder... I've got Thora moments and I've got Thora vision. I could use I could use Thora vision instead of the temporal base. I don't want it to do... Well, it might override the other style to the point where... Decisions. Wait, what? You guys are talking about wives? Wives. Fernicar, something like says, saying my wife didn't cheat on me. There's no device to find out. There's no device to find out. Oh dear. Yeah, I think that's why guys don't get married anymore. Get no wife is like never pose in front of a recording device. Wow. Yeah, I think that's impossible. If you live in the West, there's no way you're not. You're being recorded. I'm being recorded now, somehow. I'm streaming. I'm definitely being recorded. I think I might just go with the temporal base for this one and try and, because otherwise it's going to become too much like Thora anyway. So I do want it to try and load the abstract style. I don't know how it's going to do it. It might be that it changes the backgrounds. I wonder if it's worth making a brand new... Yeah, of course it is. It's always worth it. Okay, we'll do an abstract WAN. Okay, so let's go through how we do this, because I've covered this before a couple times. It's always fun. We're going to start off in the ENH folder. We're going to start off in the ENH folder of my system. Where is it? There, no, not DJZ nodes. ENH system. Into the store. Now, you might not have the temporal base, because I don't think it's actually been published. So, what I'm going to do instead, because you don't even have it, is I'll work on one you do have. So we'll take the I2I base ENH, which I do have, and then I'm going to take temporal rag light and drop that in, and then I need to go to DJZ nodes and get the prompts for the LoRa's that I want to use. So for example, I have all of the prompts for all the LoRa's that I train in prompts in my DJZ nodes. So if you ever need them, that's where I keep them. They're good for use as randomizers, you know. So we'll take the ThoraWAN and we will take the abstract style. There we go. So quite a shopping list, I know. So let's just grab the abstract style file name and copy that in. And then grab the Thor. I'm just going to write him a quick manifest so he knows what we're doing. And then I'm just going to say, do this. Right. Temporal. So this is like a bunch of things I would like to see in a video regarding sort of open format motion. Yeah. Okay. Right. So I'll say this is the full caption set for the LoRa we are using in generation. Image generation? No, video generation tasks. The trigger is 4B STRACT, but it's not an A, it's a 4. Abstract style. Okay, full stop. Next. This is the... I should actually make it so the style LoRa, yeah? This is the style LoRa. Because it does understand this abstraction, right? So this, in fact, let's just go a little bit further. Let's just give some little quotations, you know. Okay. ThoraWAN V0, this is the character LoRa for the character we are using in video generation tasks. The trigger is Thora style. Oh, I was too quick. Let's try it again. Lazy. The character LoRa for the character we are using. The character is actually Thora woman. Woman, that's what it was. For the main character. Hey. Okay, so temporal rag light. This is a short list which features desired motion effects and directions written in an open format to be dynamically selected based on detected features from user image inputs based on detected features and in the context of the user prompt, input prompt. Bit of a word salad, but you know, it makes sense. I don't know why everything is in like caps. Can we uncaps these just so it's easier for humans to read? There we go. Okay, so I to I base CNH. This is the, oh my goodness, that kind of annoys me. Don't know why. This is the base. The base. The base template system prompt for use with, there's like 3 ways to use it, but I don't want to override what he's already gone. For use with image to video plus vision LLM. Say on WAN base architecture. I think that should do. So that's just a bunch of context right now. So how about we actually give him like a directive? We can create a new system prompt which follows the main template, the main I2V template, while dynamically, do you know what? While dynamically introducing temporal features to the prompt and also aligning with the style LoRa and the character LoRa by identifying the vision input. Oh no, I killed. Somehow I keep on breaking. I'm back. I don't know why. YouTube keeps kicking me out at the moment. I don't know why. So while let's see if we can go. While dynamically introducing temporal features to the prompt and also aligning with the style LoRa and the character LoRa by identifying the vision input and listening to the user prompt. Listening to the user prompt? Following. The new system prompt will be named I2I-T Thora. It's going to be 4B STR 4 CT dash THORR4. I think that'll do. v1.md. It's getting harder to read. Dragon says you need a cloaking device. I've got a cloaking device. I put my phone in a packet of crisps. I saw it in a movie with Mel Gibson. It's gotta work. There is a guy that places his name with different faces, overloading Google algorithm. Brilliant. You just keep uploading holiday pictures of like, this is me, you know, just keep uploading pictures of you with a spoof GPS. There's like records of you everywhere. Something tells me, is he following the original? Hang on. Maybe. There's only one example. Oh, wait, no, I'm wrong. Okay. Let's download that as Markdown. There it is. the abstract Thora system. Okay, cool. And we should be able to just plonk that in place if I can find where we were. Go back to the E&H system, into the store. I know it seems like fiddly, but if I'm going to be doing this a lot, may as well make my life easier. So let's just grab this tab away, because I'm going to need a new open router. Openrouter.ai. And yes, we're going to be creating E&H 16. Copy that bad boy in there. And there we go. Cancel the last one. Well, not cancel it. I just tend to disable them now. Yeah, they get, because the thing is, they get, it's like I said, they're pretty smart, you know. They just keep getting rid of my keys, which is just as well. Because it's like if you share an image and the keys in it, like, this is kind of like why I'm actually thinking, if I have the key in a file, you know, like I have this, is the file putting my key into the workflow as well? So just looking for different ways to hide the key, because obviously it's like, that's not complete, but you know, it's just good practice. And I just think exposing the key in the workflow is kind of silly, because it means that, you know, as soon as you share an image, you have to dump the key. But I suppose it's not that big a deal. Right, so let's try one of these. Okay, so it's going to go ahead and do all of the things. I haven't forgotten about the QWEN image thing. Don't worry. It's just not a very big segment, so I thought I'd do everything else first. Yeah. Keeps it interesting, I guess. So yeah, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be creating a famous Thora dataset, image and prompt. We're going to reimagine that using I2V temporal base. Okay. And then you'll get an idea of like what that looks like. And then we'll use the agent that we just built, which will be, you know, have the new features, essentially. The main feature that I should see is I don't need to add in this. I won't need to add that in because it should already do it for me, but we might have to edit the thing, so we'll see how it goes. So let me see here, what have I got? Have I got my I2V abstract Thora system? There it is. It's not going to be same seed or anything like that. I'm not looking for a direct comparison like that. But we'll be able to see from the quality of the prompt, so it'll be a while until the next one finishes. So here is, that's interesting. So it added abstract. Oh no, wait there. It added abstract Thora style. I put that at the beginning, but it added Thora woman there. I don't think it added the abstract keyword, so we can still tweak that system prompt to say, oi, you didn't say the abstract keyword. You got to say them both like this or something. So you got to say abstract style Thora woman. That would probably work. Abstract style Thora woman, and then anime style. So this is going to be interesting. But the prompt says, anime style Thora woman with flowing crimson hair and piercing blue eyes in dark tactical gear, crouched in stealth position within a futuristic megatower corridor, illuminated by dramatic red warning lights and blue accent panels. Cinematic infiltration sequence beginning with her in the initial crouched pose, then smoothly transitioning into fluid stealth movement as she advances deeper into the facility. Now, I'll be honest, anything beyond that point is kind of like a bonus round, because I doubt it's even going to get that far. You know, it might start moving from the crouched pose, and I would call that a win. Her hair flows naturally with each calculated step, catching and reflecting the pulsing red and emergency lighting that casts dramatic shadows across the metallic walls. Character moves with precision and grace, her body language conveying years of tactical training. I think you can see where this is going. I think you can see where that's going. Lots of environmental stuff. What the heck is a chiaroscuro? What's a chiaroscuro lighting effect? And they say you don't learn nothing. Chiaroscuro is the use of strong contrast between light and dark.
Chiaroscuro.
Chiaroscuro. Wait.
Chiaroscuro.
Chiaroscuro. See, I have to put on a silly voice to say it right, but that's fine. Sometimes that's the way it is. So we're going to do 1440 by 960. We're going to do both LoRa's. We're going to do the high. We're going to do the low. We're going to do a 6 stage with a 3 handover. And then we're going to throw it immediately into Rife for the ×3 to 60 FPS. Then I'm going to use cathode ray on the degraded setting. And finally, video upscaler. So that'll take us up to a decent size, no doubt. It should be 1080 by something, but I think we're actually doing 1.5 times this. So that's actually a little bit bigger. It's not doing, this is the funny thing. If you add extra rows to this, you end up at 2880 by 1440, I think. Let me just double check that. Times 1. I'm not very good at math. And I'm right though. Okay, so it's all rules of, it's all like, you know, familiar territory, guys. Chiaroscuro is a WAN LoRa. I have it, and Chiaroscuro is also the trigger. Well, like I said, if it's a high contrast artistic LoRa, that's pretty cool. It might be that it's already in the model though, MC. I don't know. Like I said, this is my prompt enhancer. So it's going to make, look at this, dynamic tracking shot. Follows her movement from a low angle. So I don't know what's going to happen. But the point is, it's going to do a thing. So we're going to do 3 steps on the high, 3 steps on the low. And then we're going to do all our post-processing stuff. Now, as you might imagine, I just leave this on instant. And then I go and do something else with my life. I'll come back tomorrow, and with any luck, there will be 50 to 100 videos waiting for me, you know, depending on how long they were, what size they were, you know, but you'll end up with a bunch of video. And then that's where I start putting them into the other workflows that we looked at. So I've done it backwards in true Johnson fashion. We started at the end with the audio reactive, and then we went backwards and we did the special effects. And then we went backwards again. I had to do that in 2 stages, but technically you go backwards from there and it's here. So it's a 3 workflow process. Generate the video, post effects, and then audio sync. That's it. 3 videos, 3 workflows, and they all run on a batch, you know. So like this one, you can queue it up for as many as you need, or you can just leave it on auto for as long as you want. The next ones is like a batch folder thing. So I would copy the best outputs from this workflow to a folder, which feeds the special effects workflow. And then the best videos from that folder get fed into the audio sync with a track of your choice. And that's it. That's all you got to do. I'll admit there's like more audio reactive effects, which I'm not using. And we have showed them off in the past. So if I just type in flex, and you have comfy on the, if you have Ryan on the insides nodes, you'll notice he's got warp, seek, morph, warp, bloom. I used this one, video speed. I don't know why it's still in beta. Maybe there's a different one you're supposed to use now. Direction. There's so many. He's got so many, and you can, like I said, run them with parameterization and stuff. So there's a lot here. Video frame blend even, if I can speak English. Depth chamber. I don't even know what that might have. Nothing to do with images. That might be audio depth rather than image depth. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff in here to mess around with. What's this? Oh, that's not related. That's something else. Okay. Okay. So while it's cooking this video, let's see if I can find the other thing we were supposed to be doing. Where'd it go then? Where'd that go then? He said. Where'd that go then? Downloads. Okay, so as promised, scene change. So this is a pretty easy one. The only difference is not using the negative prompt, but I probably should keep it with it just to stop it from getting crazy. Yeah, I'm going to put the prompt up there. Okay. Yeah, lightning's fine. Lightning's fine, but let's keep it back here. You don't need to ever change it, so put that there. I don't need that. Don't need that. Okay. So let's begin. So we have Rune's original character here, just like we had the other day. It's a nice, high-quality character. So what are we going to do? We're going to make ourselves image, edit, light X, jujuf. Let's just change this to Qwen scene swap. And just give it a save. We're just getting started, so obviously I'm going to be copying this. That's why I went and made it into a big module like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8. I reckon 8 is probably enough. It's obviously not, but so in the past I've made a whole bunch of workflows that aid you with expanding data sets and stuff like this, synthetic and all, synthetic expansion. I think this represents a nice opportunity to experiment with the data set expansion again. It's like another tool in that whole sphere. And so what I'm going to do is just tidy this up just a little bit. And I've got two options. I can either put them in by hand, right? Or I could do something else. And I'm going to do something else. But there's a, you know, I want to save the manual one first, you know? Which means we're going to have to actually fill them in. And I've got a simple strategy as well. At the moment, I'm going to fill it all in as the girl, right? But if you do it the way that I plan on doing it, everything is getting fed by an input, and that input can have a prompt swap, and that prompt swap can change any word to any word. And so then it's possible to have like a trigger for the workflow that you're always going to swap. So, you know, say it's pineapple, right? So every prompt would say pineapple, but there would be a prompt swap for the word pineapple that you can just change here with one word. So then if pineapple is a woman, is a bag, is a car, is a pair of shoes, whatever it is. And so then it's easy. But I think that if you're going to do it manually, it's going to be difficult. However way you slice it. I plan on using an LLM. You could use Olama. But yeah, you'll be able to synth an entire data set like this quite easily. What I do is I collapse down all my previews and all my save nodes now. So if you want to see them, you can fold them out. But I find this is like much smaller. And to be honest, like I said, you're going to find all the images in the folder anyway. So if you trust the process, you know, it's not a question of whether the images are good, is it, anymore? might be at this point because we don't know. We don't know. So I will call her the girl with the multicolour hair. So let me go. All right. The girl with the multicolour hair is at a bowling alley. Should we? I think it is a woman. The woman with the multicolour hair is at a bowling alley. The woman with the multicolour hair is in a kitchen. Is an occasion. Huh? In a kitchen. Maybe I needed to give it more context than that. Alright, hang on. The woman with the multicoloured hair is in the kitchen cooking bacon and eggs. How about that? Ah, see, you got that one, no problem. Okay. The woman with the multicoloured hair is at yoga class with someone else. No. Yep. The woman with multicoloured hair is climbing the side of a cliff with the faraway ground in the distance. Okay. The woman with the multicoloured hair is standing in front of a broken Lamborghini Countach, which is in the background and is burning. Cool. The woman with the multicoloured hair has spilt some coffee. Oh no. The woman with the multicoloured hair is in a town centre holding a big red sign that says QWEN. Okay. The woman with the multicoloured hair is working at McDonald's. Yeah. Okay. The woman with the multicoloured hair is out at night, standing in a queue outside an exclusive nightclub. Let's see if it gets any of that. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Okay. The woman with multicoloured hair is walking her dog and fell into a river. Oh no. Whoops. I think some of these don't work because the AI is like not wanting to do certain things, which is fun. Let's see. The woman is standing in the street where her Lamborghini Countach is parked on double yellow lines, and she has now a parking ticket. Oh no. If any of this works, I'll be surprised. Okay, next. The woman is staying at a ski lodge, standing in front of the lodge with snow everywhere. And then what's the other one you guys keep? Oh, what's this? Chiaroscuro. Okay, right, hang on. The woman is posing for a professional photographic portrait. Chiaroscuro lighting. She is Scuttle. Excellent. Chiiro, Skuro. Cairo. Do you know what it sounds like? It sounds like something from Final Fantasy. Isn't that like a bird that you ride around? Isn't that a Cairo? Anyway. Right, what else can we do? Oh, I know. The woman with multicolour hair is crossing a zebra crossing in England in 1960 in black and white, like the Beatles. I don't think it'll work, but it might. It might figure it out. Because that's like a famous photo of the Beatles, but I've described it really badly, and I'll put our character in there, so... What else? Oh! The woman with multicolored hair is at a Black Friday sale, and she is fighting other customers for unknown items. When is Black Friday? It feels like we're nearly there. Okay. The woman with multicolored hair is standing in the pay window at a McDonald's drive-thru. I want to see if we can get it right. Chocobo. That's the one. Chocobo. Chocobo. A woman standing in front of a forest prompt. Good idea, good idea. We're running out, we're running out. You've got it just in time. A woman with multicolored hair is standing in front of a massive scale forest. Sunset lighting. Okay, and now for fun. A woman with multicolored hair. Hang on, I need to start again. A massive scale woman with multicolored hair is standing in front of a forest. Sunset lighting. Whoa! Okay. All right. So we put some base prompts in there. Now, obviously, this is not like, you know, because I call this the basic version because it's just, you're going to have to, like, do all that yourself. You're going to have to edit all that, you know. And I've got a better way of doing this, I think. I think I have a better way of doing this. Save as that. Wait, what's going on here? It's not taking the thing, is it? Oi! Yeah. Okay, maybe I've just done it 6 times and I'm mad. It is almost coffee time again now, so I could put it down to that. But have we finished this video yet? Have we finished the video? Can I get a vibe check on aisle 3? Where is it? It's one of them. It's one of them. No. Maybe. No. Where is it? Here? Yes. Wait. Why does it look like it's still on the first sampler? I think it's not that one. It's got to be that one. Huh? According to this, it's on the first sampler, guys. I'm being gaslit big time. It's got to be on a different tab, right? Surely. What the? What? Huh? Wait. Huh? Wait, did something go wrong? It didn't say it cancelled. It says done. Wait, no. What? So it took 5 minutes. I'm so confused right now. What the hell? So we set this up. This has Thora on it. Yeah. I could have sworn that when we left, it had already done a step on that sampler. So what the heck? What the hear me? Did it fit? No, it didn't. It didn't do another one. Huh. First frame looks like that. It's the wrong data set. Oh well. Okay, so I'm glad I started doing something else because this has done nothing and I'm cancelling it. I think I need to restart my computer to get video generation running again. Yeah, look, you can rewind the stream, but I could have sworn before we went off to work on Qwen, this had already done like a step or two, maybe. And then I flicked over to the other side to find out. And yeah, so I got scammed, guys. Oh well, I've been having a good run lately, you know. Every now and then it gets you, so not too bothered. Right, kill that, because like I said, it's done nothing in 20 minutes. That's the reality. You know, it'll gaslight you. Look at this. It'll gaslight you and take, oh, I'm just loading. See, this is something which I've been starting to think now lately is the timings. The timings are, you know, it'll tell you how quick it took a node to take. And then at the end, it might take you how long did the job take. I've been seeing stuff where it's like, WAN 22 Lightning is running. It's going to take 3 minutes. 20 minutes later, it actually finished. So I'm starting to think, yeah, look, it ran for 364 seconds, but actually did nothing. It didn't actually do one step. So it was running for like 5 minutes, 6 minutes. It was running for 6 minutes, didn't actually do a single step. So I'm starting to see a little bit of gaslighting in the stats, you know. So it'll tell you, you know, because it just did nothing for 5 minutes. You've seen it for yourself. I'm sure that it indicated, like, look up here. It indicated that it did 3 steps. And it said it took 20 minutes. 960 by 1440, yeah. But there's no video. It hasn't actually saved it. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to put it down to I need to restart my computer. But I think we can still try and fire this off. If this doesn't work, we're near the end of the show, so... But the point I had was, you make your video, you do your interpolation upscaling, you do your special effects, you do your audio reaction. You then have 10-second chunks. 10-second chunks go a long way. You only need 6 to make a minute. That's the simplest way I can put it. And the thing is, like I was saying earlier in the show, you have 6, right? Obviously, the focus of the video would usually be like near the middle. So those middle 2 are taken by whatever it is you're trying to do. Whatever the theme or focus of the video is, 2 10-second chunks are that, right? Then you have an intro and an outro. You've only got 2 10 seconds left. So you need like a way to get from the intro to your thing and then from your thing to the outro. It's like the most basic sequence of scenes, yeah? But then it's like, well, it's only 6 prompts. 6 prompts to 60 seconds. Anyway. Don't save. How are we doing? Are we crunching? Or are we also stuck? We might be also stuck, guys. Because sometimes if one of them's stuck, they're all stuck. So I am prepared for that. But I've actually saved this now, so I don't really care if it's working or not. Because the way I look at this is there's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take out the last. So now it's divisible by 4. I'll just separate them a little bit more. I might watch the raid again tonight. I think maybe I might train. Imagine that. Maybe we should train. Maybe we should train the raid. It's going to take a bit of legwork. Haha, that's a pun. If you know Tony Jaa, you'll get it. So what I'm going to say is there's 4 here, right? So ENH JSON or whatever it's called. ENH JSON prompt extractor. I think you can tell where I'm going with this. I'll have to bring these guys down a little bit. Ooh. Okay. So. Obviously this won't work just out the box. You have to do some coding. So if I just put that one in the bottom there, and I put this one in the bottom here, put this one in the bottom there, that one in the bottom there, they're hooked up. And this one here, this one here, this one here, and this one here. What I'm going to do, I'll take these prompts and use them as examples to generate a new agent which outputs to JSON. And then I'll have 4 OLAMAs, yeah, which output in 4s. And then you give it a single task. We're making a data set. All of the stuff's got to be different. Yeah. And it will just do it. I mean, yeah. Let's get OLAMA. OLAMA, generate v2 and connectivity. It's not even on right now, but I use keep alive 0. And I'll be here. I'll show you what I'm going to do. So obviously we've got our ENH Zenkai. So it'll be, let's see, I've already done this before. So there's actually an example of this already. Look, we got the Thora ENH 4-shot v3. So I've already got one, but it's text to image. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and go back to that conversation I was having with the chat with a Claude, and I'll just merge the two, and then you end up with a eye-to-eye Thora ENH 4-shot, right? But it'll be abstract Thora 4-shot because we've already merged it with other models. But anyway, this one is going to go into the system prompt, and sometimes you can do the options as well, but I don't think I really change anything in here. Just sometimes I like to set the stop, sometimes I set fixed seed, but it's fine. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this, which is probably, you probably saw that one coming, didn't you guys, eh? We're going to have 4 of them. In fact, let's just lay them out like they are down there. You know, so 4s into 4s. Maybe like that, something like that. Okay, so obviously this is a fractal design, right? It's just 4s into 4s into 4s. Yeah, so the top one is the result. So I'll put that there. Top one into the result, top one into the result, top one into the result. Okay. And you don't need it there, we can bring it down. Bring it down to there. As long as we understand, you know what I mean? It's like, what's going on here? So, there's no prompt in there yet, because the prompt is actually being set by, well, it's not being set by anything right now, but I would have an image prompt system normally if I wanted to automate it. If not, then a text box is always a great idea. Just get a text box. And I mean, you might want to put something different into each of them, you know what I mean? But they will be different because we're using a, did I just screw something up? That's good. Yeah, so that's your actual prompt. And then obviously there's a vision component here. So if you wanted to do, in fact, hang on, we've got our image input just there. So and I'll take it from the scale. I've never had a Sonnet turn around and say, oh, that image is too big. But just for the sake of argument. There it is. Text. Yeah, yeah. See, we have format, text, and JSON. And the irony is that I don't think that does OpenRouter have that option? Let me just double check. Chat mode, false. PDF engine, auto. No, they don't. So that's why. See, this is because that will put it out in JSON. But I was using OpenRouter, so I just had to ask for it. It still works. But you do have to test it, and if it doesn't work, you get an unimpressed white cat. So that's the fallback method to stop it from crashing. You just get a white cat, and usually it's because the output isn't actually in JSON at all, because this does require a specific format. So now let's get the T2I Thora ENH and chuck it in that combo. So, there it is. I need the V3. There it is, the V3. So let's just copy that and go back to that chat, please. It's gone.
Chiaroscuro.
Chiaroscuro. Sounded like something from Harry Potter. So what are we going to say here? We're going to say... Forgotten already what I was doing now. I got brainwashed by the chiaroscuro. What I need is chat. I need my chat. Claude! We ain't done. We ain't done. We ain't nearly done. Okay. We can now create a new variant on this system prompt, which follows the example depicted, shown, contained within this. There we go. We can now create a new variant on the system prompt which follows the example contained within while we create the new system prompt named I2I-4B stract Thora with a 4 ENH 4-shot .md. Let's see if we'll just go for it. Let's see if we can get it first time. Which combines the functionality of the existing system prompt while incorporating the 4-shot JSON output functions. Okay, I think that's enough. How are we doing with the images? Good question. Probably not doing anything. Let's find out. I think it's doing something. It's also not saving. I haven't got a project file path on this workflow here. So none of them are being like organized at all. Is that the only one it's done? Hasn't done any yet. It's kind of random which one it's doing first. But it is doing it. It is doing it. I'll get that open so we can... Oh. give it more than a minute. What were we doing? Something more interesting. Image to video, temporal enhancement system, abstract style plus store a character. What? Oh dear. Something went wrong. Oh dear. I'm going to copy my prompt just in case it's sometimes this happens. Let's see. Oh no, he's finished. It's alright, he just got stuck. So he's created I2IT. Oh, he kept, look at that, he kept the T and he kept the V1. Isn't that cool? He learned my weird naming system. Disobeyed me, but also obeyed me at the same time. It's impressive. Identify if Dora Woman is present. Detect abstract elements. Interesting. LoRa integration. Anime woman. Sci-fi environments. Weapon handling. Abstract swirling cloud layers. See, we should get both. Well, we'll see, won't we? Combat readiness. Facial animation. Gear response. Abstract style, environmental motion. So we've got environmental motion. And then combined motion, synergy, epic environmental motion complementing characters, tactical movements. Yeah, okay, calm down. We'll see it when we get there, is my opinion on this. Because sometimes he does like to be incredibly self-congratulatory. We haven't won yet. You know, it might be that he's one-shotted it, but I don't know. I'd like to see it work. So yeah, this is the two LoRas, right? They obviously have slightly different thing. But hang on a minute, what's this here? I'm going to have to edit this. We should not be saying... Okay, I need to make him tweak it. So we should never be saying... What the heck? So give me an example output. I need to skip past all this. Alright, based on the image input showing this da 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 da. Okay, we shouldn't be saying any of that. Okay. Right. Looking at the output template structure, there is feedback which will confuse the clip encoder in text to video generation tasks. Quote, this leading sentence should be omitted while the trigger words should be preserved at the start of the prompt like this. Abstract style yeah. Unless there is no person in the scene, landscape, shots and empty rooms, in which case abstract Thora style should be used. Abstract Thora. Should be used to promote what's it, consistency in the outputs. Okay. How do you plan to warm your you plan to warm your house with a workflow? Yes. You could just chuck it up. See, when it's winter, I only do 4K upscales in the winter. We're going to do that 8K upscale tiling workflow. Oh. We're getting there. We're getting there. We got a key and everything. Oh, it's still doing stuff. How are we doing over here? Oh, she's making bacon and eggs. Well, sausage and eggs. She's making sausage and eggs, guys. It's close to bacon. Bacon fingers. She's making bacon fingers. Yeah, see, the flaw here is I forgot to put it all into a folder, but I can, you know, it's not like they're not being saved. Just come back here, so it's going to be all in here. I feel like that was yesterday. Lots of birthday cake. Yeah, that was yesterday. So it's only made one. It's only made one image. Do you know what? This might be a good example right here. So, yeah, look at that. It's just sitting there. What? My guy. 16 minutes to do 8 steps. Right, we are restarting my computer, guys. We've gone a little bit over time. Just so you know, it's never that slow. I think my computer's just been cooking so much video and special effects. I've done like hundreds of videos in the last 48 hours just on the side. Notwithstanding all the other work I've done on it. And so I think that maybe whatever cache in my Windows is just completely stuffed. Look at it. Loaded completely. 0. Shame. But then I need to add a project file. I need to do the project file instructions. I got to change the whole stack. The whole workflow's got to get like changed. So, but I think you can see where I'm going with it, right? So, you know, I'll say here I want to create a whole new. I want to use a sci-fi theme. I want to use a fantasy theme. And then what's going to happen is my agent, which has been fed all of the LoRa terms, right, is then going to be like, okay, I'm going to do 4 variations on my input prompt and image, if I do supply an image, you know, supply the image. In fact, I could put that there, shouldn't I? Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Cool. So yeah, like I said, you get your image, you get your prompt, and the prompt is general, because we're going to be making, what's that, 16 images? It's going to be 16 images. And then the idea is that it's going to go ahead and it's going to make 4 prompts with this one, 4 prompts with this one, 4 prompts with this one, 4 prompts with this one. And it's going to use the same image to make all these different scenes. And they're not going to be like random ones like we've typed in manually. They're going to be like, you know, done with the LLM prompt enhancer. So like I'll train a new enhancer that isn't just doing what's it called? Because a lot of these are for temporal enhancement, like adding motion to video. This is just for images. So I'll make one like an instruct based. So it'll say instruct type prompts rather than super detailed prompts. And then maybe your prompt is basically saying, oh, I want this person in a variety, you know, give me varied environments, give me a couple of different outfits. That kind of thing is what I would do. And then hopefully you can just generate a LoRa data set from one image. I mean, I don't know how good it'll be, but this is like the big project at the moment because I like doing synthetic characters and I've got so many style models. So like obviously there'll be a plain version that doesn't require a LoRa, you just give it an image. But I hope you can't blame me for making, you know, pulling the styles in. Is there something I've missed? There's something. I feel like there's something I've missed. Restarting the computer? Yeah, probably. It's probably a good one. Yeah, that's right. I need to put this. Where is it? Abstract. Yep. Save it. Grab it. Put it back in here. Call it V3 again, or V2 or something. Yeah. V2. So we've got the abstract Thor assistant. So what did I do? Oh yeah, I've changed it for formatting. Okay, that's cool. Alright, so the last thing we didn't do is finish the video. So I've got to do that before I finish. Dragon says, Drift, have you played with traveling prompts so you loop your generations in one workflow and do not need hundreds of samplers? Yes, but it doesn't give you the same visual idea because you have to have a grid of images. If you don't have hundreds of samplers, you don't have a grid of images. And you could take all of the images from a folder and use a script to make a grid, but that's just an extra step. So, you know, I like to, you know, if we have a visual, like here, look, let me put it on the screen, okay? Look, shh. There we go. Shh. My God. Complaining. It's Premiere trying to get attention. You can. One sampler and grid. Yeah, I know, but it doesn't look visual. Right. How do I explain this? Where are we? Okay. Right now, this isn't set up to be visual, but if it was, all of these would be open, or I could just pull them over here and I could have them all next to each other, and then it is a grid. Because I don't want to save them. I don't save every single image I make, guys. Otherwise, I'd have like 10 million images, right? So like if I'm just doing testing, I'm just going to make a visual thing. I'm going to be like, oh yeah, cool, and close it. Because a lot of the time there's a reason for an XY plot, and that is to compare things. And you know, yeah. You can do whatever you want, Dragon, is the answer. But if you want to tell people how you do it, what you want to do is write it up and post it in the Discord community so that everyone can benefit. Because saying it in the chat here is probably not many people are going to see that. So if you think it's useful, you know what I mean? Write it up and share it in the community so that other people can see what you're talking about. Because, you know, how to make a spreadsheet. Do you know what I mean? If I was to sit here and explain that now, it's like totally off topic. But I think it is a useful thing. And some people might enjoy seeing that tutorial. So get it done and we'll have a look at it on the show maybe, yeah? Otherwise, I'm almost done here. So anyway, because that's the thing. It did do the thing. We have our character doing what I asked for. We could upscale and make this look prettier and get more detail with different settings. But my idea is a one-shot, single image to 16 image data set. And the idea is you have a nice strategy there, yeah? So, yeah. And then obviously we've got a 4-way prompt enhancer running as well. So it's like, should be minimal effort to get this done. But yeah, this isn't really a grid. This isn't like, this is more of, we're trying to make a synthetic data set. So, and to be honest, I don't even look at these anymore. I look at them in the folder when they're done. So, okay, let's get rid of that. Feel like I'm gotten derailed a little bit here. Where's the music at, guys? I've been doing music earlier and completely forgot to turn the radio back on. I bet it's like glitched out now. Yeah, it's glitched out. We're back. Okay, so I think there's one piece of this puzzle left, which is that abrupt cut. And I already have a fix for this. If the computer will just come back to me. Hang on, I need to shut the computer down anyway in a minute. So let's just shut this off. Shut it off. Oh my God, it was actually trying to make... Look at this. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, that is a beauty. 345 seconds per iteration. Do I even have a graphics card right now? Look at that. Aborting due to Control C. Yeah, that was me though. That was me. But yeah, it was going to take 45 minutes to make a single 8-step QWEN image. Don't ask, don't tell. So yeah, what we'll do is we'll next go ahead and we'll throw in if I could just remember what the name of the damn project was. I think it was that one. Nope, it wasn't that one. Was it earlier in this one? I have a habit of doing that. It's a bad habit. It's not that one. Clip audio. There it is. What's this? Wait. That's the wrong... No, that's a different thing as well. Vid 05. Oh man. Ah, CyberSoc. Ah, jeez. Clip 1 audio. There. That's the one I'm already on. Right, screw it. I'll just make it again. It's just annoying to make them all again. It's just annoying. I already did this. God damn it. Okay, we'll try that one. Oi, stop being an annoyance. Oh, I deleted it. Put it back. Right. Oi, do the thing. God, you're annoying. See, I can't wait for AI to do all of the editing. It's the most annoying thing. Look at this. So we want to have like 4. You want to have like 4 before. Okay. And then it changes. And then 4 after. Why? Because that's what the plugin likes. So then we'll go presets. I'll go to my... I did glitch last time. That's a pin cushion. Okay, we've got a bunch of them here. 1 frame before, 1 frame after. God, that's terrible. So I have one here which is like a data mosh somewhere. There it is, a data mosh. Right, so I put that there and... See? Oh! Could be better. Oh God. That was an assault on the eyes. Oh wow, it made it like... Made it do a far. How about we do the zoom? It's a bit too hardcore, actually. It's a bit too hardcore, a bit too much. I bet this is too much as well, isn't it? I don't know. Ah, it's too flashy. The pincushion looks crap. Hang on. What the heck? This is going to be terrible, isn't it? It's like Batman. Yeah, I mean, look, these are cool and all, but I'm just not feeling it. I'm just not feeling it. I think I just leave it with the glitch. I think that's probably the best one. Do I have a... I bet there's no presets, is there? Let's have a look. Got the POI scale. No, leave that alone. POI aspect does nothing. Point of interest is the middle of the screen. And everything else seems keyframed. Random seed. Just changes it a bit. Let's put it on 42, I guess. Alright, that's good enough for me. So, copy that, and then we've got to like do our best to put things in the right place. Boy. It's like 25 edits. See, this is why people don't like editing, because it's like quite repetitive, but I don't know, you sort of, you don't want to do it, and then when you start doing it, you kind of get into it, so it's like anything. You end up spending the whole day on it, and you're like, oh, where did the time go? It's like, yeah, you enjoyed that. People ask me why I have the trackball. Well, makes stuff like this easy. Easier. Oh look, it's perfecto. Yeah. No, that one's off by quite a bit. Yep. Yep. Yeah, all wonky. Not bad for by eye though, from space. By eye from space? Most of these are on point. Oh, he's off by 1 frame. Off by 1 frame. Trackball mouse. Come on. There's probably... I've seen people edit much quicker than this, but they use all the shortcuts. I don't use all the shortcuts. Nothing wrong with using shortcuts. Just saying. Alright. Kill the music. Am I even here? Oh, that was a hard cut. Not good. I think it's the song though. Yeah. I'm watching the wrong video. Yeah, the timing's way better on this one. Did I miss one? No, it's just disappeared from the scale. Okay. Alright, that's good. Cool. This would be the abstract chaos and crash. Abstract chaos crash AMV. All right. Frame sampling or optical flow. Don't get me started on spreadsheets. Yeah, exactly. Oh dear. Oh, and YouTube has reconnected me for some reason. I don't know why I keep dropping out tonight. There's too many people in the hot tub tonight. Clearly, it's Friday. Things are getting it's getting wet out there. Mm. And this will be the video, you know, for all intents. I'm just thinking, it's 1080p now. Wait, it's probably bigger than that, actually. We should probably have a look and see how big is the beast. So, do you want to open the folder? It's so useless when they're like, oh, your file is ready. I'm cool. Where is it? Oh, I don't know. You'll have to go and get it. Here we go. Abstract Chaos Crash AMV. It's 4 minutes and 7 seconds long, which is probably the length of the song. I've been trying to make the songs less long. It's 1920 by 1080, so it looks like it's been slightly crushed. Because if I recall, the videos were bigger than that at some point. Look, I could be wrong. Yeah, they were 2160 by 1440 at one point, so I wonder where they got smaller. They've been crushed down to 1080p somewhere along the line. So that's interesting. Could it be that this project... Wait a minute. Hang on a minute. What was it? 2160 by 1440. 2160 by 1440. That's why. It's because it's 3:2. There you go. Right, hang on, I got an idea. 1920. Because you can't put that up on YouTube. Let's see, 1920 by 1080, yeah. And then we'll change this to 21. What was it? Well, in fact, so now I've got to make a choice. Do I want the height to be right, or do I want the width to be right? If I want the height to be right, it's going to clip it'll clip the sides. If I want the width to be right, yeah, 2160. Yeah. Yeah, I knew it. Look, I've got more video. That's 100%. That's 25%. So fit. Okay, so we're in 16:9 now. We made progress. I was going to say, he's cut my frames off. So we're at... Oh, wait, that's 2:1. I'm gonna just do it at 2:1 and see if YouTube will let me get away with it. Why not? Make an experiment. I gotta call it like something else, man. No. V2. God, how hard can it be? It's so difficult, you know? Got to do all the legwork. Probably could have made it easy on myself by changing the project name to the file name that I want it to be. But it's like so many extra steps. So yeah, this will be not 16 to 9. It doesn't have to be 16 to 9. Okay, cool. Because I would like to do 2 to 1. Because I can. So why not? Yeah. So that means technically there's a little bit of extra top and bottom which I'm not showing. So I wonder how that actually affects things. If we go to here, there's a reflection which is quite easy to recognize. So look, the tops of the buildings are gone. See the problem with the framing? I mean, I guess you can see the tops of the buildings in the reflection. See, I don't know if I prefer the... Because look, yeah, there's a lot of detail being chopped off. And you say it'll let you do 3 to 2. Okay, alright. I've just rendered it out anyway, so 2160 by 1440. That's 3 to 2. So now we get the full Monty. Oh wait, what happened there? That's not even the right Sussy Backer. What's going on here? Everything else is fine, but just that first video is not the same size. What was it? Not upscaled or something? Very strange. So I'll just poke that up to there, I guess. Oh, it's 16 to 9. The aspect ratio on that one image is wrong. All the rest of them are in 3 to 2, but that one image is 16 to 9. How strange. Again, never would have known. It's probably because the first two in the folder, I was messing around with the settings, and then I put the big batch on. I tried to change the project name to put it in a new folder, but, you know. Okay. So this should be the final V3 final edit. All right. Cool. Okay. Looks like I'll be taking my Jaffas home. I can't believe none of you guys ate the Jaffa cakes. I put them out and everything. Do you know what I mean? I said help yourself and all sorts. There's a big sign, you know. What are we doing? So we've killed Comfy off. It's dead. We'll be bringing it back tomorrow at 8 p.m. I'll be sharing the results tomorrow, and hopefully we'll have like an LLM enabled Olama and Open Router up to you version of that. I need to start bringing diabetic friendly food. True. I did not bring sugar-free Jaffas. I will see if I can even... Do they exist? Can you get sugar-free Jaffas? It's not even a biscuit, really. That's why they're called Jaffa cakes. It's for tax reasons. Like most things in the UK. All right. Ah, I see what it was. It was a reverse glitch. Of course, it sounded like the glitch sounded so bad. It sounded like an editing mistake in the joining of the segments. But it was a feint Because that was seamless. Hold up. Nice double trails. The cathode ray is doing overtime right now. Glitch is coming in nice. Just generally messing it up. Can we not? We can't. Won't let you zoom. Yeah, it's nice. It's only halfway through. Alright. I'm happy with that. Upload it later. Hey, Don Tommaso, you've joined us late. Don't forget to rewind and watch what you missed. MC Twig and DJ Berries, I could do with a meat pie or pasty. I will try to bring a protein option next time. So yeah, thank you very much, everybody. It has come to the end of the show. We will be back tomorrow at 8 p.m. It's always my pleasure. Don't forget to enjoy your weekend, and I'll see you tomorrow night.
The rabbi died. What a mercy,